Do you want to work with a multi-million dollar company? Well, the way you work with them isn't the way you're thinking. Hey everyone, I'm Patel, and today I'm going to share with you how to work with a multi-million dollar company. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe. If you want more lessons on entrepreneurship or marketing, subscribe because I release videos 3 times a week. Now, the first question I have for you guys is, have you ever worked with a multi-million dollar company? If you have, leave a comment with yes. If you haven't, leave a comment with no. The reason I'm asking this is the way I'm going to teach you on how to work with a multi-million dollar company is probably drastically different than what anyone else has ever told you or you're ever going to experience. But before we get started, what I want to do is share how I first closed my first multi-million dollar contract. The company I worked with, they eventually ended up getting acquired, was called Elpac Electronics. They're a power supply manufacturer. And the way I landed that deal was I spoke at a college class. The first college class I took, and this was at community college, this was while I was in high school, was Speech 101. I gave a speech on how Google works. Probably a bit nerdy, still probably am. And when I broke that down, someone in that class worked at that company called Elpac, and they're like, hey, I'm in sales. I'm at this speech class just to brush up on my sales skills. You know, I know the company I'm working for is looking for someone like you. Are you interested in a contract gig? That first deal there was generating me over $5,000 a month in revenue. I, on the other hand, was making that company well over $20 million just from the leads I was producing. Now that all wasn't from me, I was only driving the leads. The sales team had to go and then close those leads. But that's the power of marketing. And again, how did I get that contract? It was simple. I just spoke about marketing, spoke about what I knew about, and someone just ended up hiring me. Now, in addition to this, I want to break down how I got my first multi-million dollar contract. I was at a conference in London. It was a gambling conference. I was speaking on how to market your gambling business. One of the companies in there, wanted help, and they didn't hire me because they're like, oh, your rates are too expensive. There was quite a few other people after my talk that came up to me and asked me questions. And you know what? They weren't multi-million dollar companies. They were just people starting off. I helped out each and every single one of them for free. One of the guys in there kept going around to everyone in the conference, and he just told people how I was awesome. No other speaker was willing to help him out. He didn't speak great English, and some people would even come up to me and be like, this guy has body odor, and I'm like, who cares? The guy's here to learn. He paid for a ticket. People should help him out. People shouldn't be judging him. So I helped him out. I didn't ask for anything. And during the whole event, he was telling all these companies how it was amazing. And I didn't try to do this. I was just helping him out naturally because I wanted to. And one of the companies who he said, this Neil guy is amazing and awesome, they ended up hiring me for $100,000 a month on a yearly contract. It's called Poker Strategy. That was my first multi-million dollar contract, technically $1.2 million contract. The lesson of the day for you guys, if you want to generate these big contracts, work with these big companies, it's not going to happen the way you're thinking. Most people think that, oh, it's from connections, or oh, it's from college. If you go to Harvard, you're going to get these contracts. It's not really the way. It's simple. It'll take time, but follow this strategy and you'll be able to work with multi-million dollar companies. 1, help people out, whether it's on Twitter or Facebook or the social web, or if you want to blog or create videos. Just help people out. Helping people out goes a long way. I have this concept called little is the new big, which if you help out the little people, the people who aren't well known, there's so many of them that eventually the people who are decision makers will hear about you because you're helping out all these other people who aren't as well known. The second strategy I have for you is to speak at conferences. You need to speak at least 4 a year, so 1 a quarter. The way you do this is you take all the conferences in your space and you just apply to speak at them. Most of the people are going to ignore you and say, no, we don't want you to speak. But some of them will say yes. It really is a numbers game. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to go and just help people locally within your community. Whatever city you live in, there are multi-million dollar businesses. Chamber of Commerce, there's probably other organizations within your city. What you'll find is People are more likely to hire local companies than they are to hire companies that are across the world or in a different state or a different country. So really go and help out the people that are local to you. The fourth tip I have for you is to be an expert. When you're seen as an expert, more people are going to want to work with you. And I know this is tricky because you're like, wait, how do I be seen as an expert when I'm starting off? Well, I want you to hit up other successful entrepreneurs or other successful people within your space and interview them. When you interview them on your site, it could be video, you can do it over Skype. It could be podcasts like audio. It could just be a text-based interview like a blog post. When you publish it on your website or on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn, have that person share, email them, be like, hey Neil, the interview I did with you just came out. Do you mind sharing it and tweeting it out? If you're seen interviewing other experts, you're seen being along the side of them. That's why video is more powerful when you do this. People will also start seeing you as an expert, and you'll notice that you'll get more business as well, especially as these experts start promoting your own content because you interviewed them. So that's it. Follow those tips and you yourself can get a multi-million-dollar contract. Over time, that part's not easy, but at the beginning, you can work with a multi-million-dollar company, and eventually you can work your way up to working with billion-dollar companies. There's no difference with the strategies. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, like it, share it, leave a comment if you have a question. I'll make sure to do my best and respond. And of course, if you need help with your marketing, check out my ad agency, Neil Patel Digital. Thank you for watching.